that we can progress in our path of bhakti. So, Srila Narottama Das Thakur lived around the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How many of you heard about Narottama Das Thakur? How many of you heard about? How many of you heard about Narottama Das Thakur? Please raise your hands if you know. Okay. Few. So it's good to hear that. What is this Gaudiya Vaishnava? This Gaudiya Vaishnava.
This word, right?
So it's very important to understand how we can attain the mercy of the Lord. Sometimes we think that, okay, I don't need anything else. Let me just go and just worship Radha and Krishna so that I will get all the mercy from Krishna. It's a wrong idea. First of all, we have to understand that and think that whether we are qualified enough to reach directly to the Lord. The Lord said that, no, it's not that. It's not that the way. Lord said, Aham Bhakta Paradinata. Aham Bhakta. I am even depend upon the devotee's mercy. And devotee's mercy is greater than even Lord's mercy. Devotee's mercy even greater than the Lord's mercy. It's very important that how we can attain the mercy, that mercy we can attain only through the devotees. So yes, we worship the Lord, we go in temple and we worship, and this is all Sakama Bhakti. Sakama Bhakti means with the desires in our heart. Yes, Lord will definitely fulfill, no doubt into that. So when you have Sakama Bhakti, our desires in our heart, we go in front of the Lord, we pray to the Lord, oh Lord, give me that, give me this. I did this one for you. So please shower, please give me some. Lord will definitely give that, no problem. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvida Bhajante Ma, Jana Sugurdina Arjuna, Artho Artati Jnasu, Jnanina Bharatarshava. Chaturvida Bhajante Ma. 4 kinds of people comes to me. Artho Artat, the one who is in distress, one who is in desire for wealth, one who is inquisitive and knowledge, and Jnani, one who is really looking for knowledge. These 4 kinds of people comes to me anyway. So we are all this Sakama on one way or other, these 4 categories of the people. So this all process of bhakti is beyond that. Bhakti, what is the definition of a bhakti? How do we say bhakti? How do you define bhakti? Bhakti means what? How do you define bhakti? In English you say, what is bhakti?
Love for the God.
Love for, or loving devotional service. Bhakti means, it's not that just bhakti yuddha sevanam. Loving devotional service. That is Srila Prabhupada was defined as bhakti yuddha sevanam, bhakti or loving devotional service. If we have that devotional service, it's not that just the devotion, but devotional service, that we engage ourselves in the service of the Lord, that's what is that which Krishna likes. Then Krishna also says that it's not that we directly go and serve, but rather we serve the devotees of Krishna. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed this principle. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned that, and he himself mentioned that. I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Vaishya, I am not a Shudra, Naham Vipra Navadna Janabadir, Naha Vaishya Na Shudro. I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Vaishna, I am not a king, I am not a Janapadir, or Naham, I am not a Shudra. Then who am I? Says Gobhi Partru Pada Kamale or Dasa Dasanudas. I am the Dasa, the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the devotees of the Lord. So this is the mode of a devotee. This is called loving devotional service. Serve the devotees. So we have this opportunity. These devotees are coming in this world to perform our mercy, our opportunity that this great Acharya is coming. Think about that Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was not there. We won't be sitting here today. So mercy of Srila Prabhupada allowed us to come here and sit and hear this, the transcendental science. And Srila Prabhupada took such a great extent that even sleeping 2 hours a day, not even properly having, and 13 times going around the world, and more than 80 volumes of the books translated in English that we can understand. So these are the great potency that which transfers to us so that we can benefit. So that mercy of Acharyas comes, the Lord's mercy comes through the Acharyas. So why Acharyas? As mentioned that Tad Vijnanartham Sadguru Mebhavi Gacchati. Sad Vijnanartham means our knowledge, for our benefits, the devotees, the representatives of the Lords are coming into this world. The greatest of all is that if you are able to, if you are ready to serve the devotees, that's our great mercy, dear devotees, nothing else. If you are ready to serve the devotees, and devotees' mercy that comes first, needs to come first in order to attain the mercy of the Lord. Yasya prasadam bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadam nagadi gudopi. Dhyayam stuvam sasya trayastra sandhya vande guru sri charanaravind. Unless we have the mercy of Guru, unless we have the mercy of devotee, we cannot have the mercy of Krishna. So always remember this. And how one can attain the mercy of a devotee? Our sincere service to that devotee, our humble nature, humility, our humble nature that in the loving devotional service. So I am so and so big, so and so. So we will not attain that. So like that, so in order to give us, shower us the mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested 500 years back. Along that period of time, Sri Narottama Das Thakur appeared. It's very nice to hear about Narottama Das Thakur. Very, very soothing, very relishing. And tears can come in our eyes when we hear about Sri Narottama Das Thakur. Narottama Das Thakur was a son of a king, basically in Bengal, in Bangladesh. In those times, Bengal and Bangladesh is part of India. So in this Kethuri, it is a village called Kethuri. Kethuri in the village that Sri Narottama Das Thakur appeared. And the Narottama Thakur's father's name was the Krishnananda Datta and Narayani Devi Dasi. Narayani Devi. And this Krishnakant Datta was a king. He was the landlord and a king of a big province. And Narottama Das Thakur appeared as a prince. So much of wealth, so much of opulences. So then, when Narottama Das Thakur, before Narottama Das Thakur coming and appear in this world, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared almost much ahead than Narottama Das Thakur. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the other devotees were dancing in so ecstasy. At one point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looked at this village, this Kethuri cold, and then talked about Narottam. Just, iterated this word. Narottam, like this. So then, Lord Nityananda also understood that what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying. Advaita Acharya understood what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying. So Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they understood what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because they are also the expansions of the Lord, potency of the Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mentioning this name, Narottam. So then that just passed, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was envisioning that Narottama Das Thakur is going to appear. So when the time comes, then Narayani Devi got consumed, and as soon as that Narayani Devi consumed, and there is a big difference in the body and the shape in the effulgence were coming out from the body of Narayana Devi. It's an effulgence. It was light, like a light comes out from the body of Narayana Devi. So much of effulgence was coming out, and so much of happiness. And Krishnakant, Datta, also everybody becomes so jubilant. Why it is happening like this? Then time passed. Then Narottama Thakur took birth on this planet. And when Narottama Thakur took the birth in this planet, and the entire house became so glorious, so illuminated. The entire room got illuminated. This is just, think about that 500 years back this has happened. This was written in Chaitanya Charitamrita and various other books and great acharyas. So then everybody become, and this is the talk now in the town, that there is a child, and everybody in the village was coming, running to the house of Krishnakant Datta. So then immediately everybody came, the news flash out. Everybody is coming with various gifts and all. So then they were seeing the child, and everybody, as soon as they see the child, they were even purifying themselves. They get a different energy and different relishness just seeing the child. And then time passed. Then there was a first grain ceremony. You know that Annaprashanam, right? Annaprashanam, the first grain ceremony. So when first grain ceremony came, and this priest came, the pujari, then that's the time they look at the horoscope. You get the horoscope, and you look at the chart and all these, constellations of these various grahas. And this pujari, this priest mentioned that this is not an ordinary child. Very illustrated. Very much glory. He will become either a great king or a great personality. So then this was the great ceremony. And then Krishnakant Datta was trying to feed the first great ceremony. So then Narottama Thakur was not, eating this. All this time, and they were trying, everybody was trying to feed the baby with the first grain, the rice. So then the baby was not even opening the mouth and crying and turning around the face and not even having anything like this. So then priest mentioned that, okay, why don't you offer this to the Lord? This bhoga, this grain that which you are going to feed, why don't you offer this to the Lord? So then everybody agreed. Then this bhoga was offered to the Lord. Then once it is offered to the Lord, then we took that prasada, then gave it to Narottama Thakur. Narottama Thakur now very happily ate it. Everybody was become so jubilant. So then Gopi Krishnakant mentioned that now onwards, anything that which we give it to the Narottama Thakur is only Krishna Prasad. So what we are learning out of it, so such a potency that, so great personality, understand that the importance of having the prasadam, not anything else. So by this process of having prasadam, it can purify us. So then immediately, then the pujari, look at the horoscope and look at that. This person become the best among the human. The best among the human. That's why they put the name Narottama, right? Uttama means the best. Nara means the human. Narottam, that's the name they put it. Narottam, that they put it name as Narottam. Nara Uttama means the best of among the person, the humans. So then things are passed, the times are passed, and then the childhood was very, very glorious. That Narottama Thakur's childhood was very, very glorious. Everybody among the village, even this Narottama Thakur just comes out, everybody wanted to see that the glorious face of Narottama Thakur. Everybody wanted to be along with him. All the children, everybody wanted to be with him. And then Narottama Thakur became around 12 years old. Listen this very carefully. And become 12 years old. You know what happened? Lord Nityananda, Narottama Thakur had a vision of Lord Nityananda. just seeing in front of him. And then Lord Nityananda told Narottama Das Thakur was little, not that very white or the golden complexion, but the glow is very lustrous, very much, the glow, the illumination was coming out from the body of the Narottama Das Thakur. So the Lord Nityananda said, so you should go and take a bath in Padma river. Padma river means Mother Ganges. In certain part of the river, they call it as Padma river. So actually it's a Ganges, it's in the Bangladesh, goes through the Bengal and the Bangladesh. You should to go and take bath, then only you will attain the real, you will receive the real mercy. So what happens before that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was touring and came to this place. There is a ghat in the Ganges, it's called Prema Ghat. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invested, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that this great personality is going to come. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invested the Prema Bhakti right there in the water with the Ganges. So then what happened? Lord Nityananda gave instruction to Narottama Das Thakur, you go and take bath here. So Narottama Das Thakur followed that and went there and took the bath, deep in that, that ghat, took the bath there. Immediately, Narottama Das Thakur became so golden. Immediately become golden, and then Mother Ganges came forward and showered this mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, invested in that Ganges, then invested, and then Mother Ganges was showered that mercy to Srila Narottama Das Thakur. Narottama Das Thakur then came out with the golden color. It's like shining with gold. Till that time the body was not like that. And everybody couldn't believe, and everybody was seeing that this is Narottama, that he is a complete transformation. When that's also another great examples, great lessons that we all can. When the devotees get more purified, then also their complete vision, complete view also changes. We can see that in the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So then Narottama Das Thakur was coming out and everybody was looking at Narottama Das Thakur. And even when Narottama Das Thakur came home, Narayani Devi couldn't recognize who is this, because of the mother, right? His own mother is in a different complexion now. Completely changed. It's in a golden color. It's shining. And Narottam said, Mother, Mom, I am the same Narottam. I am the same Narottam. Then only Mother Narayani could also embrace Narottama Das Thakur. So then Narottama Das Thakur was then passing these days and then understood that this is the time then the mother and the father, the Krishnakant, Datta, fearing of that, Narottama Das Thakur may leave the home, may join into this bhakti process. We may lose our child, that's the only child we have. So what we will do? So then the mother and the father were putting so much of restrictions, put the guards against about, around the house, and always Narottama Das Thakur was immersed into the thoughts of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thoughts of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and learning and listening and this process of bhakti. So then there was a lot of restrictions, guards were around, what to do? Somehow Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was nearby. So then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami understood Narottama Das Thakur, not an ordinary person. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami comes every day to meet Narottama Das Thakur. Every day. And they had that association. Every day that Narottama Das Thakur had an association with Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and understanding more and more about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then the love for the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Narottama Das Thakur so much developed in such a way that Narottama Das Thakur couldn't hold anymore. That this was at the age of almost 16. Okay? At the age of 16. So there was an opportunity. Krishnakant and then their family had to go for some business. And Narottama Das Thakur took this as an opportunity to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. disguised as. So then Narottama Thakur just left the home. Now wanted to come to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, but on the halfway, Narottama Thakur heard that now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is left the world now. So Narottama Thakur broken like anything and weeping that about to go to Jagannath Puri and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. On the way that heard this news that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just left. So now what to do? So Narottama Thakur was weeping and fall down, fainted. And then Narottama Thakur had this vision of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned to Narottama Thakur, go and meet Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami in Vrindavan. So then Narottama Thakur then started to go to the Vrindavan. So it's not like now that you just immediately few hours you are in Vrindavan. Those days 500 you have to just simply walk, nothing else. You have to walk or run through the different pathways. And even Narottama Thakur not taking the main pathways rather than taking the other routes through the jungles and all, and villages and the jungles, so that his father won't caught back. So then all the families seeing this very illustrious, this child, and going to Vrindavan, and everybody was very much eager to serve Sri Narottama Thakur. Then finally reached to the Vrindavan when there was one Brahmin family who was serving this Narottama Thakur, so seeing the child like this. And then this I'm told to that this is the way to Vrindavan, and that's the time Narottama Thakur again heard that Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami also left the world. And then Narottama Thakur then thinking that why should I go to Vrindavan now? Let me go and jump down and kill myself and commit. And because of what is the use of all this? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again appeared in the vision of Narottama Thakur and mentioned that go and meet Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami was the nephew of Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So Narottama Thakur then came and met Srila Jiva Goswami, and Jiva Goswami, as soon as seeing Narottama Thakur, then immediately embraced and saw that this is not an ordinary person. And Jiva Goswami now accepted Narottama Thakur, and Narottama Thakur was very much in a humble and in humility, that offering the dandavas and obeisances to Srila Jiva Goswami. Then Jiva requested to Jiva Goswami, and please educate me, please teach me, so that I can progress. So this is the humility of a devotee. Always that we have to seek blessings and mercy and learn from the devotees. It's not that I know everything, I have everything, so I don't need to do anything. So you have to always seek mercy from the devotees, so that we can progress. Then only we can really come to that, we develop the taste of that devotion. Otherwise we'll fed up, you say, okay, this I did this much, okay, that's good enough. But devotion is an ocean, dear devotees. When you go deep into the ocean, then only we know that what are the precious metals out there. So like that, when we go deep into the bhakti, then only we can understand what is that real, that preciousness of that devotion. So here Jiva Goswami was training, and then Narottama Thakur requested to Jiva Goswami, please give me initiation so that I can get the mercy of you. So initiation means Diksha. Diksha means that the Guru or the devotee showers mercy exclusively to that devotee. That's called Diksha. So see that how Narottama Thakur then requested the Diksha, and how Narottama Thakur received this mercy from the Guru, then the spiritual master. Jiva Goswami said, I don't give Diksha to anybody. That's I took a vow like that, I won't give any initiation to anybody. Then Jiva Goswami suggested, go, and there is a great devotee called Lokanath Goswami. So go and take Diksha from the Lokanath Goswami. Then Lokanath Goswami, Narottama Thakur approached Lokanath Goswami, also mentioned that I also don't give Diksha to anybody. So now Narottama Thakur became so, kind of what to do now. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed and came into the vision of Narottama Thakur and mentioned that you should go to Vrindavan and take Diksha from the Lokanath Goswami. So the Narottama Das Thakur got great faith in the words of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And listen this very carefully. So then Narottama Das Thakur approached many times to Lokanath Goswami. Lokanath Goswami mentioned that I don't give Diksha to anybody. But Narottama Das Thakur didn't stop there. Narottama Das Thakur started to serve. This is the great lesson that we all can learn. Narottama Das Thakur, that's the time he is the prince. He is the richest man, son of the richest man. He could get everything just in the fingertips. He can attain everything, anything, any opulences he wants, he can have it. So here Narottama Das Thakur came and he became completely a brahmachari, Nashtiya brahmachari, and now going to the door to door. It's called Madhukari. Madhukari means like a madhu means the bee, bumblebee. Go to that each flower and get this little, what is that? Nectar. So collecting like that, this devotee that goes to that house and whatever is necessary, whatever is needed to put together the soul and body, that's what they all collect, and that's called Madhukari. So here, Narottama Das Thakur was now approaching Lokanath Goswami and seeing that now Narottama Das Thakur started to give them little service to the Narottama Das Thakur, but Lokanath Goswami was not liking this. So now what to do? So then Narottama Das Thakur started to hide. Wherever Lokanath Goswami goes, hide behind. And after that, when Lokanath Goswami eat, then go there and clean that place. The most important thing, then Lokanath Goswami goes to the, answering the nature's call. On every day morning, get up early in the morning, like 2:30 a.m. in the morning. So Lokanath Goswami goes on that, open places of wherever in the jungle or bushes or somewhere. Narottama Das Thakur go and hide behind the bush somewhere far. And then see that the Lokanath Goswami then, finished. Then this Narottama Das Thakur go and clean that place with his own hands. This was Narottama Das Thakur, dear devotees. And seeking for the mercy of a devotee, think about it, how much these great personalities are. So going there and cleaning that place virtually with his own hands. And then after a few days, Lokanath Goswami started to notice that every day comes and all these places are very clean. What is happening here? So then Lokanath Goswami started to think that, okay, let me find out, let me see what is happening here. So then Lokanath Goswami saw that one day that Narottama Das Thakur coming hidingly, and immediately after this, Lokanath Goswami was answering the nature's call. Then Narottama Das Thakur come and cleaning this place so menially like this every day. Lokanath Goswami was melted with this humility and this humbleness and the service attitude to this, Lokanath Goswami. The Lokanath Goswami mentioned that I'm not going to give an initiation, but seeing this, Lokanath Goswami mentioned that I will give you initiation. So then, Narottama Das Thakur received the initiation from Lokanath Goswami. And then Narottama Das Thakur started to serve Lokanath Goswami in such a way that. So one day, Lokanath Goswami and Jiva Goswami, they decided this is the time that there are so much of volumes of books which was compiled by Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami and Jiva Goswami, and then also was to preach this to outside. What is the essence of bhakti? Dear devotees, in all the scriptures, all the Vedic scriptures, Sri Rupa Goswami and this Sat Goswamis, they compiled the essence of all the Vedas in this various texts. And this has to preach. And the greatest teachings of Narottama Das Thakur, I will come to that point, the greatest teaching. So then, Narottama Das Thakur and Srinivas Acharya and Shyamananda Pandit, the three were together in that time on the Vrindavan. Seeing the humility, seeing the service attitude, and every time offering the obeisance to the devotees whoever comes to Vrindavan. Every day these great devotees. and going out and serving and telling to the people, Jare Deko, Tare Kaho, Krishna Upadesh, please chant this holy name, please take up this devotion service. Your life will be sublimed, your life will be saved. Every moment this Narottama Das Thakura and Srinivasa Acharya and Shyamananda Pandit going out and telling to the people, and these glories of Narottama Das Thakura spread around all Vrindavan and all the Braj. Now thousands of people are coming to see Narottama Das Thakura. Just to see the darshan of the Narottama Das Thakura, people are so much relishing and feeling that they are becoming pure just by seeing Narottama Das Thakura. So then time passed away like this, and then Jiva Goswami and Lokanath Goswami then decided and thought that this glories, this teachings of the real essence of this Veda has to reach out to the people. So then immediately they decided, okay, Narottama Das Thakura and Srinivasa Acharya and Shyamananda Pandit, they should go to the various places of Bengal and East Bengal and Orissa, so that they can preach these volumes of books which was compiled by Sri Rupa Goswami and Sat Goswami. This was by the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know, those times there were 3 bullock carts full of, it's a manuscript, like in a, compiled in a, what is that called, the leaf, palm leaf, yes. So it was like a 3 bullock cart full of, they were taking, and as soon as Lokanath Goswami, Jiva Goswami mentioned, called everybody, and everybody, they thought that this is the most important aspect of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. One day Jiva Goswami and Lokanath Goswami called everybody, please come, please come. So all the devotees around Vrindavan, they came. And then this is the assembly. In this assembly, see, Jiva Goswami mentioned that we are thinking of that Shyamananda Pandit, Srinivasa Acharya and Narottama Das Thakura should go to Bengal and to serve and to preach the essence of this Vedic knowledge. Then Narottama Das Thakura heard this. Narottama Das Thakura became so much heartbroken, because there is no other disciple for Lokanath Goswami. There is no other disciples. Lokanath Goswami that time around more than 100 years old. Now cannot even live properly without any help. But think that the Lokanath Goswami was instructing Narottama Das Thakura, the only disciple, to go to Bengal and preach. Then Narottama Das Thakura, heartbroken, and looked at Lokanath Goswami. And then Narottama Das Thakura mentioned that if my Guru Maharaj allows me, and Narottama Das Thakura was mentioning, thinking that my Guru Maharaj won't allow me to go. Then with that intention, Narottama Das Thakura mentioned, if my Guru Maharaj allows me to go, I am ready to go. By this time, Srinivasa Acharya was also, and Jiva Goswami also gave permission to Srinivasa Acharya and Shyamananda Pandit. When Narottama Das Thakura requested to Lokanath Goswami, Lokanath said, you should go. And that night, Narottama Das Thakura couldn't sleep and mentioned that, how can I leave my Guru Maharaj? Guru Maharaj is so old and cannot do anything alone. Then Jiva Goswami and other devotees and came next day morning to meet Lokanath Goswami that, how can I go, my Guru Maharaj? Your condition, you are so old now. So Lokanath Goswami said, don't worry about it. There are very other devotees around here. No worries. But this is the most important. Dear devotees, this is the first Sankirtan movement in our Gaudiya Vaishnavas. First Sankirtan movement. And they started to preach these teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Then time passed like this, and then there is a great assembly was conducted by Narottama Das Thakura. Is a place called Keturi, that original place. This is in this assembly that all this one came and called out thousands of people. This is the first Pandal program. Pandal program in Gaudiya Vaishnavas in our Krishna consciousness. Narottama Das Thakura was speaking on that assembly about the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. What is the real essence? That is a bhakti, and which was mentioned in that assembly that the most important, especially in this age of Kali, is nothing but the best thing is actually to chant the holy name. And what is that holy name? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And everybody else agreed this. Everybody, thousands of devotees assembled and they agreed this one. In this age of Kali, there is no other better way to purify ourselves to chant the holy name. So even Janava Mada, even the consort of Lord Nityananda assembled there and came there. And everybody was glorifying the efforts of Sri Narottama Das Thakura. Narottama Das Thakura personally serving. Each and every devotee came to that assembly. Personally serving their devotees. So here we think that okay, if somebody come and serve us, we are so happy. But on the other hand, is the great personality was going and serving with his own hands to each and every devotee. So then time passed then one day, and this was the teachings of Sri Narottama Das Thakura, very important. So there is a confusion that if I take birth in a highest family like Brahmin family or Kshatriya family, Narottama Das Thakura born in a Kayastha family, not even the real Brahmin family. So Narottama Das Thakur was mentioning that doesn't matter whether you're born in a Brahmana or Kshatriya or Vaishya or Shudra, doesn't matter. As long as you have the love for Lord Krishna in your heart, you are the greatest person among all humans. This is the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. There is no class and creed and discrimination against religion or caste. All it is male or female, nothing like that. All it is needed, all is matter is that the love that you have for your Lord, then you are the greatest of all the human. So everybody can become the greatest of all the human. So this was the teachings of Sri Narottama Das Thakur, even though Narottama Das Thakur, the greatest of all the Vaishnavas, even considered as anybody, no chandalas, no caste, no creed, no discrimination at all. Anybody can become the Lord's eternal servant, Lord's dear devotees. And this was also mentioned by Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was also mentioning that even a dog eater, and even Brahmana doesn't have the love for the Lord, but a dog eater have the love for the Lord, then I would go and pay my obeisance to that dog eater, those who have the love for the Lordships. So dear devotees, the most important thing is that if you develop the love for the Lord, that's the most important, nothing else. So then the time passes like this, and then what happened? So all of a sudden, Narottama Das Thakur mentioned that I am going to finish my Leela on this planet. And then it is mentioned that Kavi Karnapura mentioned that the Narottama Das Thakur was not an ordinary person. He was a Manchari called Gopakanya. A Manchari who is assisting in the service to the gopis who serve the Lord Srimati Radharani and Krishna. That Manchari is the Narottama Das Thakur. He is an Manchari of Gopakanya, like this. So it's not an ordinary person. So now this time, Narottama Das Thakur was appreciating everybody and even giving Diksha to even everybody, even the lowest of the people, and even giving Diksha to the Brahmins. So there are some caste Brahmins, they didn't like this. So there was some arguments and Narottama Das Thakur fed up with it. Narottama Das Thakur told to the disciples, and by this time Narottama Das Thakur had thousands of disciples, and told to the disciples, I am going to finish my Leela here. So then immediately went into Samadhi and then left the world. But then all the other caste Brahmanas started to mention it. Look at that. Narottama Das Thakur was going against the rule and giving Diksha to even everybody. So that's why Lord didn't like it. So that's why Narottama Das Thakur couldn't live anymore. So disciples couldn't handle this. Disciples couldn't tolerate this. They came and prayed to the Narottama Das Thakur, please show your mercy, show your opulence. You come back and show to that, so that they will understand that this is the right thing to do. So they prayed to Narottama Das Thakur. Narottama Das Thakur was already left the world by that time. But hearing this prayer of these disciples, then what happened? Narottama Das Thakur came back to his life. When Narottama Das Thakur came back to his original life and showered the mercy, then now everybody became so astonished. And seeing this, everybody that agreed, yes, Narottama Das Thakur is not an ordinary person. So then time passed away, then time came up that Narottama Das Thakur had to finish the Leela in this world. So then one day Narottama Das Thakur told his disciples, take me to the ghat, the Prema Ghat, where Narottama Das Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy was invested. Take me over there. So disciple took Narottama Das Thakur to the Ganges. It's called the Prema Ghat. Even if you could go there, and it is there. And then Narottama Das Thakur told that you give me a bath. You give me a bath. So they took the Ganges water. They took the Ganges water and started to bathe their spiritual master, their guru. Then immediately what happened? The body completely started to melt in the form of a milk. The entire body. And then completely the body was started to melt in the form of a milk. And as soon as they are virtually seeing that the body of the Narottama Das Thakur simply melting as a milk in the water of Ganges. And in short time that entire body completely become melt and like a milk in the water. And what they did, they took that Ganges water and the milk in a pot. And then they came back, and this is the time they were kind of so much in, jubilant in one sense, and also very much disappointed that they left, they lost their spiritual master. They took that the entire milk that from that water, Ganges or the gut, and put it in a pot, and they brought back, and then that they considered as the samadhi of Sri Narottama Das Thakur. It's called Dudh Samadhi. If you go to, in Bengal, you can see that there is a samadhi place called Dudh Samadhi. So Dudh Samadhi. So then Narottama Das Thakur was so glorious and compiled like so many, and he was one of the greatest scholar that time. So much of volumes of books and the poems and so many of that, that Sri Guru Charana Padma, every day we sing this. It is Narottama Das Thakur. And could understand, dear devotees, this is where that we have to seek the mercy from these acharyas, these great personalities. We have to seek and remember and pray to them. So we get the mercy of such devotees in our life. Then only we can progress and what we can really understand what is devotion. Otherwise we don't. We are just whimsically do something. We don't really understand what is devotion. We just do it mechanically. We just do it for somebody else. But we have to progress, we have to realize, we have to understand what is the devotion, and then only that we can fulfill the purpose of this human life. Otherwise, another waste of this human form of life. Nothing else. So Narottama Das Thakur teaching was most important teaching of Narottama Das Thakur. One should serve the devotees very humbly and chant the holy name, and this is the way that we can seek the mercy of the devotees and Lord will be pleased. Asya prasadam bhagavat prasadam. This is by Narottama Das Thakur. Sri Guru Charana Padma, and only by the mercy of Guru that we can progress. So we should always remember this and always remember the thoughts of Sri Narottama Das Thakur, and today is the appearance day of Avirvav day of Sri Narottama Das Thakur. We all can meditate upon that the glory, the pastimes of Sri Narottama Das Thakur. Sri Narottama Das Thakur ki jai. Narottama Das Thakur Avirvav Maha Mahotsav ki jai. It's so glorious, so nice to hear such great personalities. So we always need the mercy of such great personalities in every moment. And that's what we all have to seek for it. So the greatest of the teachings of that Narottama Das Thakur was propagating these teachings of Lord Chaitanya. The teachings of Lord Chaitanya is nothing but that we all can attain Krishna Prema. Right? We all can attain Krishna Prema, the love of the Godhead, just by in this age of Kali, this process of hearing and chanting of the glories of the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Sravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Archana Vandana Dasya Sakya Atma Niveda. So this process of bhakti is the science. This is the greatest potency that we can have in our life. There is no other potency greater than the potency of bhakti in our life. The potency of the bhakti can purify everything. The potency of the bhakti can eradicate all our impurities. The potency of the bhakti can transform ourselves. The potency of the bhakti we develop for the Lord can give us everything, sarva siddhi. Everything can be attained just by this potency of this. So this just the example that Narottama Das Thakur, how the Lord is showering the mercy upon such devotees, is the great example that in front of us. So this is where we all have to seek for it, dear devotees. So I think it's already the time for it. So thank you so much for joining, and this very most auspicious day of Sri Narottama Das Thakur appearance day. Sri Narottama Das Thakur ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nanda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Gaura Premanande.